Mr. Virginia Leather, Jason Elliott.
Sorry, we're having a love fest back there. Before I even say anything, I want y'all to do that one more time. It is very, very hard to do that first. And she rocked the fuck out of it. I told her earlier today, the next morning, on that Sunday morning, we were having brunch, and she goes, Jason, everybody keeps saying, I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with it. What the beep am I supposed to do with it? And she did the beep with it, and that was awesome. So, all of that to say, sorry, my St. Brown popped off a second ago, and I'm still adjusting some things. Tonight is a really special night. It's special for a lot of reasons. I think for me, the most special thing about tonight is knowing that when it's all said and done, I get to walk out of those doors and never, ever, ever have to sell you another Jell-O shot. So thank you to everybody that bought those wretched things this year. Especially thank you for the ones that bought them and then let me take them on your behalf. Appreciate that.
Yes, you won't sell more Jell-O.
Okay.
Watch me. How did I know that Cody was going to be the one to say something about that? No. But it really is a special night, and I want to thank all of y'all for choosing to be here. It was this time last year that I got to stand literally right here and tell you why it was so important for me to be here and why it was so special. You may recall that I talked a lot about family, about loss, about hearts. In the 4 weeks leading up to the contest, we had 2 unexpected deaths in my family, and that was really, really difficult. But it was the Leather family. So I knew it was going to happen. They are still in their ducks. They are still in their ducks. They have not left. But it was the Leather family that really helped us through it. Not just me, who is a Leatherman, but people like my mom and my aunt and my cousins who said, you know what, those people that I don't quite understand really seem to care about you a lot. And that's awesome. Go be with them. Go help them. And that set the tone for me of what I wanted my year to be with you all. Not a year of loss, but a year of gain. Not a year of acquaintances, but of family. Not something that happens just by happenstance or chance, but by intention. And that's what we got from this. And so, for me, that was what I wanted to think about every time that I came out here, every time that I went anywhere. And it was very, very special for me to come here as a competitor anyway, because this is where I grew up. I haven't lived here for 15 years, but to come back to Hampton Roads from Charlottesville, Virginia. Amen. I was waiting for that, Dara. But to come back and compete on a stage and be maybe the most vulnerable that I've ever been publicly. Probably the most proud of myself that I've ever been.
Yeah! You better.
It was amazing to come back as that man, where the boy once stood who was embarrassed to be himself, and who was so scared that he didn't have a future, let alone one that he could be really proud of. And I got to come back and do that, and it was amazing. I knew it finished. I told the judges last year when they asked me what I flag, I said I flag Kleenex. I will go ahead. Look, my legacy is the leather man that cries. But it wasn't for me just about where I came from, not where I was living, not where I am living, but it was the living I got to do this year, and that was really, really amazing. Over the last 12 months, I've been able to travel over 15,000 miles. We went to over 60 events that happened this year in 9 different states. And that is really awesome. And along the way, you know, like, I got to be reminded of what that family is, of what Leather is to people. You know, in Charlottesville, Virginia, we started a brand new gear night that happens every quarter. In Stanton, Virginia, they're hosting kinky queer proms now. You know, and to see that is really amazing because it reminds us that we don't always have the luxury of being lazy in a place where we've already got everything that we want. Sometimes we have to be intentional in order to get the things that we need. And it has been absolutely phenomenal and life-changing to be able to travel not just throughout Virginia, but throughout the country and seeing people making that intention to build family, to have a community, to make a difference, to get on stage, to buy those stinking Jell-O shots. And it's just been incredible. You know, we got the LGBTQ Life Center right here. We've got my charity of choice, the Shenandoah LGBTQ Center in Stanton, Virginia. Side by Side has been mentioned quite a bit tonight. And the cool thing is, those are only 3 names of the countless organizations around this nation that are fighting hard for us to be able to do this right now. And you know, when people ask, like, why do you do this? Yeah, I feel sexy as... My mom's gonna see this video. I feel really good about myself. But what's really amazing is always being able to find our anchor points and to be able to support them. And in my very humble, extremely biased opinion, I think that our leather community has really stepped up to the plate to do a crap ton of fundraising, a crap ton of fundraising, and we're going to continue to do that because you are why we can do this, and we are going to do why you do that. And on those days, this is a side note. Look, I wrote this thing. I'm not even looking at it. This is a side note for y'all. On those days when it gets really hard, when spray paint shows up on the sides of our buildings, when the funding gets cut, when the people want to run their stupid little mouths, look around this room and remember you got everybody else here. That's just my little side note to you. We're not going anywhere. This year alone, in the last 12 months, I've been able to personally help fundraise $15,000 for organizations like y'all's. And that doesn't even include, I don't know if he's still here, auctioning off a daggone jockstrap for $1,700 without any notice. So, y'all want to buy one? I got one on. But it's been really cool to see just the growing communities, not just in Charlottesville and Stanton and Hampton Roads, but RVA Leather Social in Richmond every single freaking month. That's been amazing. To go up to Northern Virginia and to see how people do it all over the place. That is why we do what we do, and that is how we do what we do, and that's how we're going to continue to do what we do. And when we're thinking about continuing how we do what we do, I really want you all to think about your next Mr. and Miss Virginia Leather. Please love them as much as you have loved us. I want you to book the heck out of that Mr. Virginia Leather. Make it work for that title. Book him. I want you to check in with him every once in a while because it can be really tough. It can be difficult, and you may not even see it because it's his job to show up and show out. But I want you to check on it. I want you to buy all of his Jell-O shots too. But for the love of God, do not buy him as much bourbon as y'all bought me because he may actually die. But lastly, I wanted to share with you all a little quote, because I wouldn't do my job as Mr. Virginia Leather, and I wouldn't be walking to my purpose as Jason Elliott if I didn't give you a charge for my last couple.
You were so close. You got this.
If I didn't give you a charge
You know you're
for
making me
when I'm
cry
not
already.
up here, you know what? I don't want to hear it. I'll become snot on your shoulder in a second. I want to leave you with a quote that I have carried with me for the entire year. I will do everything in my power to make sure she doesn't win. She doesn't even live here. And you don't deserve a title just because you're pretty. Those were the words that I heard said about me at the pre-contest bar night last year when someone did not know I was standing right behind them.
You got this.
I have carried these words with me for the entire fucking year. And I am so angry that I could not let them go.
They know.
I am so upset. And that's what I was thinking about every single time I put this sash on. That every time I put this on, I had to wonder, who else thinks that too? Every time I walked in the door, I thought about that person saying that, and I wondered if they're saying that when they think I don't hear them. What are they saying when they know I can't for sure? And why did that come from my own people? We have to do better. We have to do better. There are constant calls from our demise, from outside of our home, and the call can no longer come from inside our own house.
Yeah. Speak on it.
Tell it to the back!
I'll tell it to the front, the back, and all the sides in the room too. But it's important, y'all. That call can't come from in our own house. Outside, that's where the world is dangerous. This should be our safe place. Out there, that's where the world is falling apart. So get in here and fall in place. This is where we need to be. This is our family. We got to start acting like it. Because if we're not looking out for each other, who's looking out for us?
You right.
And these people right here can tell you for sure who that is. I cannot tell you how painful that was to carry those words with me every single day when I woke up. But every single night, after way too many bourbons at the bar, I would lay my head down in a hotel room somewhere across America, or on somebody's couch.
Yes, couch.
Or in somebody's bed.
Mom's
Just
watching.
kidding, Cody, I didn't know. No, but I would think about those words, but when I laid my head down at night, it was y'all's words that lulled me to sweet dreams. It was y'all who said, we're proud of you. It was the people who said, we're so happy that you're here. You mean there's a Miss Virginia leather too? I can't wait to learn about it. Tell me more. Or, when's that next gear night? Because I want to come to my first one. Or, Jason, you actually look really sexy tonight. I don't know. Those are the things that put me to sleep every night, that allowed me to rest and get ready to do it again. So my charge to you tonight, make sure that you're making the right call. Make sure that you're being the reason someone has sweet dreams and rests and gets up. Make sure you're the reason that a hurting heart in our community can still be the beating heart of our leather family. That's what you have to do. So I just have two last things to say to that person who said, you don't deserve a title because you're pretty. First, thanks for calling me pretty. I'll take a compliment when I can get one. But secondly, I agree with you. I don't think anybody ever deserves a title. But for the rest of my life, I'm going to be thankful y'all gave me the chance to earn mine.
Megan, go for your final bow. Go. Wait, Megan, go for your final bow. Go for your final bow.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
No, you wait here again. You're gonna do your final
Oh, I
bow
gotta take this
together.
thing off.
Stand there and stay pretty. Your final bow. Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Jason Elliott and Megan Opus, everybody. Your 2024 Virginia Leather family as they step aside. Big round of applause for their work. Being a title holder produces a lot of estrogen, okay? Don't change. There's a lot of tears on this stage. Oh yes, so here we go.
Bye.
Come on, Mid-Atlantic. Come on.
Oh yeah, and we won Mid-Atlantic Leather back-to-back, so good luck to the next Mr. Virginia Leather.
No pressure.
No pressure there.